guys could hear me all right. If not, I'm going to have to use my phone. So, um, if you can hear me, tell me. If not, looks like things be happening. Hold on. Let me see here in chat. I'll type in chat and ask. You guys can hear? Can you hear good? I was hoping I'm over at my office, so the internet's not as good here, and it's low. Sounds good. So, um, like at my house, like I have the computer or the internet plugged right into the computer. So here it's on Wi-Fi. Okay. So there's supposed to be a few wrenches for tonight. I assigned a few wrenches just for tonight, though. Doodle Detective was supposed to be one. Are you not wrenched? It won't freaking let me wrench you either. There's a few of you in here that are supposed to be wrenches. Okay, you are. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm just going to do that for tonight just because we have on a guest. No, you're not late. I'm actually early. Yeah, so it was just so please don't be offended if you didn't get wrenched or whatever. I just what I did a few hours ago is before I even started this, I just like randomly picked some people that I've seen here from the beginning, just like 4 or 5 people, and wrenched them. I don't even know if they're going to be here. So, just so I'd have like 1 or 2 just because of having a guest on. Besides that, it's just for tonight. You haven't seen an email from me. Oh, I thought you were emailing me. I don't know if I have an email from you. Chasing Justice. So I went on my laptop because I was hoping. You don't even understand what I went through to be able to go. I went to the, anyways, because I was like gonna just do it on my phone, but on my phone I didn't know if I could share videos and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, I'll just do it on my laptop. I don't have a desktop and all that at my office, and I just have a laptop. Well, I don't think it's gonna go fast enough for me to share videos. So, because I wanted to play a little bit, I wanted to play. I guess I could play it from my phone, and we could listen to the audio of the where we compare grandma or the person who was supposedly talking to grandma to Sherry's mom. And True Crime Cindy did a really good video where it's all played in one video, so we can just like listen to just like 10-15 seconds of it back to back, the 2 different sound clips, and we can try to decide if we think it's the same person. Yeah, can you resend it to me? I thought I did reply too. I've had a lot of emails, but I will go through my emails later. I also changed my email address for the channel, so maybe it's in my business email. Hey, T. Riley. So was that you that emailed me, T. Riley, recently? tonight's not gonna be the one with Sweetie Pie Low. This is tonight's supposed to be with the lab, and I haven't talked to him in a couple hours actually. I emailed him a couple hours ago to make sure he was still gonna be here. Actually, to see if we could push back an hour because of Duty Ron changing his time, and so I pushed it back, and he said that was cool. Besides then, I haven't talked to him. Okay, with UT Riley. So tonight's with the lab. It's not with Sweetie Pilo. It's not about the psychic stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it will come up, but it's not focused on that. I like Josh. He's hilarious. I don't know how he feels about this either. About this CPS stuff. That's like the main thing I'm going to talk to him about. Well, we'll probably talk about just whatever. But I mean, I just told him to watch the video if he could beforehand. The one with the information that I put out. Thanks, Steel Detective. Yeah, six up. So it's 11:15. Let me see. Maybe he emailed me. I don't know. Oh, he emailed me. Oh, he just said you got a link. Oops, my bad. I forgot to send him the link. Hold on, guys. I figured if he came in oh shoot. Wow. Hopefully it doesn't
Give me 1 second. Oops.
Oops. Didn't mean to double add. I thought he would probably come and chat. I was like, hold on. I'm gonna have to email him from here, I guess. Unless I could just type it. Okay, I'll just type and so give me a second while I send him uh this link. Sorry, guys. If he's in chat, maybe I could put it in the chat. Cause I don't. It's like really bad, or it could be just the internet. Hey, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, am I echoing? Sorry.
No, you are not.
Okay, good. You sound great. Sorry about that. That was my bad. I totally screwed that up.
It's all good.
You're my first guest ever.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, so I usually don't have moderators, but tonight I did assign some moderators just because I can't imagine anybody being rude to you, but I don't mind the rude comments to myself, really. Um, so we do have some moderators tonight, and pretty much, I mean, you guys can do whatever as far as blocking or whatever. I could always unblock later on, I guess.
I'm not gonna get my feelings hurt.
Okay. I'm kind of afraid. I'm afraid of your opinion.
Well, don't be afraid of my opinion. It'll just be my opinion, and what however I feel is how I feel, and however you feel, you feel. I'm not, no, don't be. I appreciate you having me on. I do. Thank you for asking me.
Well, you should feel special because you're my first guest that I asked. Even I was my next guest is going to be Sweetie Pilo. I don't know if you heard of her, but that's good. That's in the works. I don't even know if you're really into. She's the one that released all that. Have you heard of the Donna Serafina?
I have.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that stuff's all on Sweetie Pilo's channel, and she's amazing. But anyways, so you ended up going over that video, huh?
I watched. Yeah, I hadn't watched the video, but I had heard already,
Yeah.
what was in it. And other than that, I mean, it was, I think you were watching AB's show the other night when I was on.
Mm-hmm. Kind of.
And
for a second.
And I was a little sharp about the information, that you had on your show. And I didn't know that it came from you specifically. But
first, before you say anything, I didn't hear what you said, really. So I did hear you bring it up in AB's because I was doing a live when he was on and when you were over there. And so somebody had mentioned in my chat that you guys were talking, and I had heard that you brought it. I did see that part where you brought it up, but I really didn't hear much about what you said. I'm okay with differing opinions. I'm totally fine with it. I was somewhat joking when I said I was scared of your opinion, to be honest.
You say somewhat.
So yeah, continue if you were saying something. Sorry about that.
No, and so I was familiar with the information after it came out, and what I said on AB's show was, I don't know, because I didn't, and I still don't. I mean, you're the one claiming to know the source of this. And what I said was, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it is, I don't know where it came from, but my issue wouldn't be with the person getting the information or giving or the ones accepting the information.
Yeah.
My issue would be with the person
releasing it.
Absolutely. And that was what I said. I'm not a fan of that. But we can, we don't have to start off right there. We can start off where you want to start.
Okay. Well,
we can, we can talk about that. Go ahead.
I guess we could talk about specifics of it. And I wanted to talk over with somebody about this. Because there has been a lot of pushback. I have got a lot of hate. I think it's a lot of Benny skis. Actually, I'm trying to refrain from that word because I think they're demonetizing my videos because of me using skis. But anyways, he's saying that you know, I know you had issues with him. Sorry, it's a little off subject, but I think most of the
well, I don't have a problem talking about it.
yeah. Well,
I mean, he did the same thing to both of us. He struck our videos when we played his video. He struck mine. He struck yours. And it was petty, and that's just how he is. And I tried to resolve it through with him. He doesn't really play nice with others, and that's that. Other than him being a man child, I got nothing. I have zero respect for him. He's not somebody that I would want to be around.
right.
And yeah, I mean, it's just whatever. You know, I like I said on AB show, I said that I thought him and I, you know, ended our conversation in a good way. And then the next day he goes into the garage or whatever the hell that thing is, and reads our conversation, which is fine. I got no problem with that either. It ended in a nice way, and then he told me that I was still a
Start talking
bitch.
shit,
And
basically.
yeah, you know, and I was just like, well, okay, well, this is how this guy is. And I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, but sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes
Well,
you should probably just go with what you've. He sucks. He sucks. He's boring. He's a lot of different things. So whatever.
well, and he is talking to Dawn, so I mean, I think that's why why people mainly watch him. But yeah, did you know that? So did you know Critical K struck his channel yesterday and decided in his favor?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
he went and played Critical K's video after he saw me report on it because he's stalking me, and then he went and played her video, and she struck his channel. Of course, I told her, you know, I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
her. I mean, I admit it. I told her. I said, hey, he's over there playing your whole video because he was being a hypocrite. He struck me for the same thing.
Which
So,
video again? Which one was hers?
oh, the one that was on the grandma call or whatever.
Oh,
Everybody's played it by
yeah.
now.
So that was just
But
on.
that's
Yeah, yeah. So she just did it just to do it.
huh?
Well, she did. She just struck his video just to do it.
Well, he played her video and was talking shit, so I think that's why he. I don't know why she.
Oh, I don't. I think it's great. I didn't. Yeah, it's.
I thought we were allowed to play people's videos if we added commentary to it, so I don't understand why.
Yeah, you are. And you got to use the fair use disclaimer, and but you are. Yes.
Now
Yes.
I am, but I wasn't before.
Yeah, it takes a little while to figure it out. It is weird, but you know what? He's, you know, good. Yeah, good. I'm glad it serves him right. That's what it's. I mean, when he does that, I'm glad that people do it back to him, and he's not he's not in charge of the internet like he thinks he is. So he can fuck off.
Yeah, well, too bad though. They sided in his favor, of course. So I don't understand that, but whatever.
They probably did. You may not. I didn't see your appeal, but
no, they sided in his favor for the Critical K strike.
Oh well, yeah, they usually do.
I mean, she's not a YouTuber anymore, so maybe that's why. I don't know.
Well, you are allowed to use people's stuff as long as the Fair Use Act is a weird thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
To deal with, but you know, I don't know. Did you get your video back?
No.
And
I appealed it, but I was my first ever strike and appeal it. I didn't know what to do. All I said is it was fair use. And then I showed you a screenshot. I have not showed.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And then it said, I don't know if that's just a default message they send everybody that I don't know, that I'm supposedly abusing whatever counterclaim process or something. That was my first counterclaim, so I don't know how.
Using the process. Wow. Yeah. Well, look, we've all learned a lesson. I don't really need to hear anything from him or anything that Dawn is saying to him, because Dawn's not saying anything of any importance anymore. Not that he really ever has. And I was yeah, I didn't need to use it. I didn't need to put it on, and he on my channel, and hopefully on your channel and the rest of the channels, nobody will play anything of his. There's no reason to.
Yeah.
He's talking to Dawn, but Dawn's not talking about anything. Dawn is not talking about anything of substance. He's just lying still. I've heard tons from Dawn. And nothing of substance comes from him.
Well, all I played was the part where he asked Dawn to put out a plea for his daughter, or if he could talk to the kidnapper. And he just goes on to something totally random about religion or something, like he always does. And I just thought that was another, that's the only part I played. So, but anyways, we can move on from him.
You just got to stay. You really just got to stay away from him. And just, he shouldn't exist in your world. He shouldn't exist in mine.
True.
I mean, he brings nothing to the table. He's irrelevant, and whoever watches his show can. That's what I'm saying. If there are any fans of his that are fans of mine, I don't want them.
True.
I don't want them. Yeah. If that's entertain, like if that's the entertainment that they want, go for it. I don't want it.
Yep. Well, I feel like, it makes sense why, he's supporting Dawn. That's usually people tend to hang out with people of their.
Well, yeah, they probably remind each other of being cellmates.
Butt buddies. Yeah.
Yeah, they have so much in common. Why they wouldn't get along? Of course they're gonna get along.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, I'm stirring stuff up over here already. I probably.
Usually have moderators. Of course, I've only been here for a week, but yeah, I don't mind, because it gives me something to talk about when I get kind of comment the opposite of what I believe, and then I can kind of explain why I don't feel that way. But so basically, with these CPS, whatever they were, this didn't come. I'm gonna say this is all for. Once again, I'm just gonna say, just to protect myself, this is just hearsay. It's stuff that I believe 100% to be true. I would, but you have to. I'm just saying this to the audience, Josh. You have to use your own critical thinking skills or logical thinking to decide if it's true, to decide for what's true, what's not. But me and this person started talking soon after the Wells case happened. I contacted her because I saw her in a group, and she had said something kind of, I forget what it was, like she knew what she was talking about, basically. I can't remember why I contacted her.
How long ago was this?
This was probably at least a month ago, and a half. Okay, so it wasn't right after. I should kind of say it wasn't right after, because we are now about 3 months in since she went missing. And I put out the screenshots. I don't know if you saw that. I haven't.
Yeah, I did. I did. How does this person feel about that? Do they know?
Did you see in the screenshots where she said she wants the info out? She just wants her. She said, and she also said in the screenshots that I could share the info. She didn't care, but now she is scared. Okay, I will say that. I will admit that.
Yeah,
I will say that, and she won't. She doesn't talk to me. I'm just saying that she's not talking to me more.
Oh,
She's
I couldn't imagine why. What happens is those situations sour really quick. Now,
I mean, yeah, we're not talking anymore. So I did have an email. Somebody asked me, wanted to know, have me ask her something, but yeah, she's too scared now. I do know she doesn't work in the CPS office there in Hawkins County, but she has some, and she's in the field. I'll just say that.
yeah.
Okay. At least well, yeah. Okay. If you read the screenshot, anyways, I had a lot of pushback, and a lot of people say the information is fake, like right here, Jesse M saying it's a fake, but what in it could be, I mean, do you believe the boys have been being abused? I mean,
Well, I don't necessarily know if I need a CPS report to tell me
right.
that situation in that house. Now, the fact is, first of all, it's not even if she voluntarily gave you that information, that's her fault. That was a mistake on her part, and if she did it, she's in the wrong business. I do have a problem with her putting that out there because of an ongoing investigation. Now, I don't blame you because you are doing what we do, asking people for information. We all do it. The fact is, if this lady or man or whatever was so concerned to get this stuff out, there are other ways to leak it. But my question would be to both of you is, well, what's the purpose? Why did we need to know this?
When I found out the information, I was told it wasn't she didn't start talking to me for me to get the info out. Okay. That wasn't how we started talking. It just happened to come out, and over time. And I'm kind of trying to watch what I say, because I really don't want to get her in trouble, even though I don't know. I might be too late. I don't know.
Well, look, you didn't get anybody in trouble. If she gives you permission to do that, which would just, I believe you. It baffles me that anybody that she would do it.
Well,
it's her fault.
New in that area, maybe. You know what I mean? Just not.
I guess my whole thing is I just don't know why she felt it necessary to leak it to anybody, and
why I put it out.
No, I know why you put it out.
I was scared. I will tell you, I was very scared, and that shows in that video.
Well, would you? Okay, here's a question: if you had it to do over again, would you?
Probably.
You would put it out.
If I knew it would get her. If I knew for a fact it would get her in trouble, then no.
Well, like I said, that's not the point. The point that's on her to not get herself in trouble, right?
Okay.
So
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So I don't know. I get that you're trying to, you're protecting but here's where it gets bad. The problem is, you say it's 100% true, or you believe it's 100% true, and you believe this person is who they are, but you don't have an actual previous relationship with them, right? And is it possible that this person is lying to you?
I don't think so, but
well, you don't think so, but it is possible.
But we'll say possible. We'll say it's possible. Yeah, we'll say it's possible. Always a possibility. I'll say that. That's why I say to everybody, there's that slim. I have mentioned there's that slim chance that it could be. I mean, to me, I wouldn't put out something that I didn't think was legit.
Oh, and I agree, but you saw what happened to poor Tiffany Marie.
Oh, with the Dawn being arrested?
Yeah, and I mean, and their source was about as good as it could get without law enforcement confirming it. So they ran with it, and look what happened. And I don't necessarily blame them, because you have somebody directly talking to Candace. You have somebody talking to Candace who she's telling, it's direct knowledge, kind of the same way that of what you're claiming that you have. And
well, I think Tiffany's was better because she had a recording. She heard Candace's own words, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you and obviously, I don't want you to say anything, but you have this person's real name, correct?
Yeah. If their name's correct where we were talking through, yes.
Yeah. And do you think that they're watching tonight?
And I looked them up. They might be.
Well, look, if I had leaked information to a YouTube channel, I'd be watching it every day. I think the problem is, if this stuff isn't true, okay,
listen, what can I before you go on, okay, the YouTube channel, I didn't get the info until 2 or 3 days after I became a YouTube channel. She didn't know I was a YouTube channel.
Okay, so you guys were just talking.
No, she did not know that I had started a YouTube channel just a couple days prior. This information I had been talking to her for a while. It had me starting my YouTube channel had nothing to do with her or anything like that. I was just interested in the Summer Wells case. Now,
right.
She had told me, I think at that point when I started my YouTube channel, that Dawn did fail for meth and crack, and Candace failed for crack, and they both failed for marijuana.
Okay.
And that they did not pass their lie detector test, and that they did not fail either, really. They were inconclusive on the guilty knowledge test.
Okay.
So that's all I knew at that point. And she didn't want to, and it took her a while to even tell me that. But yeah, no, she didn't know that.
And you reached out to her, right?
Yeah.
And did she get back to you right away?
Yeah, but it wasn't, I think it was right away. It would have been within the day or two, if you call that right away. But it wasn't me asking her question. I can't even remember. I'll have to go back and see. I remember we were talking about Dawn's arrest at the very beginning, because I wanted to find out if that was true. She had said, but she said, I cannot comment on that, but you guys are about to get some bombshells.
You're right. Well, let me just say this. The problem, once again, the problem with that situation is that it's less about Summer and more about the parents. And I understand that the children were removed. I know why they were removed. All I had to do was watch Chris McDonough's interview going through that house, and I could tell you why those kids were removed. I could tell you that I believe that there was a lice infestation because Summer's hair was cut, and they're so lazy, instead of getting treatment for it, they probably just shaved her head. You can see in some photos that they look dirty now. So I don't think what this person said was anything groundbreaking. I don't think what this person said is shocking either. But the fact is, if they are somebody working the case or involved in the case, and maybe not even a part of that agency, you would think that they would have a bit more of a tight lip. But look,
She
like I
said it
said,
was really eating at her. I mean, I guess she didn't have anybody. I
well,
don't
then
know.
she's in the wrong
But,
business.
okay, okay. So that's what I'm getting. That's kind of, I guess I kind of downplayed it in my mind because I'm like, this is information I already assumed. The only thing to me that was shocking was the Hunter thing with Candace, that she was sexually, I would call it molesting because he's a minor. And I already freaking felt that from the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I believe that grandma was really at the swimming hole because they didn't even mention that at the beginning. That was brought up a couple weeks after, all of a sudden she's like, oh yeah, grandma was with us at the swimming hole. And everybody's like, what? We're, so I kind of felt like Candace mentioning that grandma was at the swimming hole was to cover up any type of weird stuff going on with Candace and Hunter. And how people want to say, oh well, how would CPS know about, and why would it be in their CPS file if this is where this lady got the information? If she got it from CPS, and if she's in that field, then well, it would be if the children witnessed it. That's why it would be in their file.
Mm-hmm. And that the boys were supposedly at the house, though, right?
What, when they saw and public outings is what she said too. That they saw, like, I don't know if it was.
Well, once again, I've seen on Facebook of on their Facebook page, Hunter's Facebook page, Candace responding to posts from like a year ago. And it seemed inappropriate what she was responding to, of close to 40-year-old woman. And at the time he was probably 14. She's talking about like, who's your girlfriend? Is it Mary Palmer? Those are things that adults shouldn't say to children. So I can already tell you that just from seeing that, their relationship was inappropriate. Now I think that, I mean, that's been asked over and over. What was the nature of their, so I don't even know if that was a bombshell.
Yeah. I mean, I already assumed it. Most of the stuff I assumed, I mean, I didn't know the scabies part, but I knew that they probably, I mean, Dawn said they didn't have medical insurance. I swear I heard that. Don't you think those boys, in summer, would have qualified for Medicaid, at least health insurance?
Absolutely. They wouldn't turn a child away.
So yeah.
They would never turn a child away, especially one in need of medical attention. Who knows if she even had all of her shots?
Right.
Who knows if the boys have had all their shots? That would be the question I would be curious. I figured that they live in a dirty, I figured they lived in a dirty house. I saw their dirty beds that had no,
yeah, that was
nothing on them. And somebody's asking they're in the Obamacare. No, I mean, you can get Blue Anthem or Blue Cross Blue Anthem for any child because they're not going to deny children medical attention. And Don probably thinks that it's going to cost him money out of his pocket, or he doesn't want to pay a copay, or sometimes there are a copay. Don does have a job. They have vehicles. They're making $600 a month payments on vehicles, but their kids have zero to no or little to no medical records, according to this information, which, like I said, doesn't surprise me. And but if this person, if what this person told you is true, and this person is who that they say they are, they're in the wrong business, because that's a standard day at CPS.
True. I think it was, yeah.
So that's where I'm confused. And I mean, you know, especially when you're messaging with somebody on a social media app, especially Facebook Messenger, it can get messy. And if these things don't happen to be true when and if a report is ever released, and I don't know if they would ever release a report, maybe they would if there's a trial and you know they need to, but other than that circumstance, I can't see a circumstance where that they would want to release that.
Well,
but what happens is
you're arrested. I mean,
well, they won't release a CPS report.
I mean, they might not. No, they might not release the specifics. No, but we'll know if they.
Yeah, if Candace is charged with
exactly.
inappropriate behavior with a minor, but I'm telling you, what happens is if that stuff doesn't come true, you lose a ton of credibility very fast.
Yeah.
You specifically, because you're the one that put it out there. I'm not saying that's what you did, and I'm not saying that I'm not saying you did that or intentionally. I'm just saying that there's a lot of people out there that want to just talk. But the fact that she didn't know that you weren't a YouTube channel is in your favor.
I didn't know because when we started talking, when I wasn't.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't do it. I mean, I didn't get you guys can compare dates and compare my dates from my first YouTube video. And see that I was talking to her before that conversation. Probably you'll see. I mean,
it's the same thing I told Tiffany Marie after it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And she said the same thing. I would have never done this if, you know, I thought that it was good information, and it was pretty good information. But it wasn't it was just misleading on purpose. You never know what kind of troll or I mean, is this something you believe it because why?
Because, well, you know, okay, she had her credentials listed on her account. Okay, when I first added her, her name was on her account. I could look up her name on the internet.
And it comes up with those same, like that she is
yes,
a public worker.
Yes, but there are people who put out things that, you know, like they'll make fake, what are the, what's that, kind of like Facebook site that's for professionals. LinkedIn, people will make fake one of those or whatever. But yeah, I checked it. I mean, I checked this stuff. I just don't want to obviously get into specifics what I saw because I've already released too much. I shouldn't even said she, you know what I mean? Like, but
when I was listening to that first 45 minutes of that episode, I go, well, yeah, you cut it in half there. But yeah. I mean, look, if you're not really, I don't know how somebody would be able to tell, but I don't know if it could actually be traced back. Well, maybe it could. Maybe spurred an investigation. I don't know.
Man.
But the thing is, you didn't. She did. I mean, do you feel like you badgered her for it?
No, I just don't feel like, I guess I understand there's laws you're not supposed to, as a person in that field, if she truly works in that field, is not supposed to release that information. And I'm kind of rationalizing in my head because it's like, well, we knew that they were abused. I mean, we knew there was license came up. I mean, you know, no, I don't think it's. I admit, I don't think it's okay for somebody who works in that field to give somebody, you know, they're not supposed to.
No.
And I am at fault for making a video on it. I just didn't.
I don't know if you're at fault for it, but.
Well, I made the video and it's out, And there was a point when I thought about deleting it just because, but then I was like, it's out now. And I don't, the hate really doesn't bug me. You know what I mean? Like, and we'll just have to see. That's all I have to say. I mean, you're right. They're not going to release specifics. Like because we know that they didn't get their kids taken for nothing. It's not because some internet hate. They're not going to do that to parents that are already grieving a child that got taken. They're not going to just take children just because of internet. They're not going to do that. They had to have been abusing them. So when it comes out and they're arrested for the abuse, and CPS finishes their case and they hand everything over to law enforcement, and they're finally arrested for at least the abuse and indecency with the child. I mean,
well, when I was on AB's show, I said whoever leaked the information, meaning the source, meaning your source, not you.
yeah.
And now you have a bit of buyer's remorse, and I get it, because we all get anxious we all want to be out there on the forefront, and you very well could have been talking to somebody with direct knowledge of that situation. And what you do with that is your choice after, but under no circumstances should they have done that. Now, that, once again, that's not your fault. I don't blame you for it. I don't blame you for making a video about it. I played yesterday about the whole speculation of grandmas, but I thought about it, and I said, this pertains directly to Summer. I don't know if that CPS report does anything really to help find Summer. It's more I wouldn't say it's in the gossip area. But as I say all this, I've also done a video of an alleged neighbor who I believe I know who it is, who said similar things to this.
Oh, really?
That there were rats in the house. This is what this person said, that they knew pretty intimate details. And they're the ones that claim to have called CPS on Dawn and Candace. I don't know if that's true. And I make that very clear in the video that this is all alleged, and you can take it for what it is. But
right,
they're the ones that put that information out. And if somebody finds out who they are, that's their problem. You're not out there giving out somebody's name. And I don't necessarily think that you did anything wrong.
Well, I'm getting a lot of "you're going to be arrested" comments, and I laugh at those.
Well, that's not how I don't. That would never happen. That would never happen. You're not getting arrested. You're not in any legal trouble whatsoever. Whoever gave you that information, if they are who they say they are, could very well be. But once again, they're the adult. They're the one that did it. That's their problem. And I get why you would feel bad if it comes to that, but who knows if it even will.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know why people would say that you're going to get arrested.
No, it's been, it comes from Benny. I'm sure it's her.
Well, he's the one that's going to get arrested for something unrelated. Who cares what that guy says? He sucks.
I'm in big trouble today, and then posted my grandma video, like where I reported on the critical K. And
when did he do that? Yesterday?
Today. I'm in big trouble. And then he goes onto my community, or I don't have a community wall, but he posts on one of my videos, "You're in big trouble. You know that?"
Now, why don't you just block him?
I did today, because I told myself I wasn't going to block anybody. like 0, and that's why I was not going to have it.
Well, that's what the block is for.
But now, I mean, Benny, it's getting to the point of harassment. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not calling you, Benny, in the middle of the night. I'm not emailing you. I don't even know that information to even do that. I did try to find his email because I was going to ask him nicely.
Yeah, trust me, you don't want to
track that. But no, yeah, that's a mistake.
You just need to let it die a death.
Yeah.
And anything that he puts out, if you respond to it, then he exists. If you don't, he doesn't exist. So like right now, you and I are talking about him. And if he goes on his wall and posts to his people, he's more than welcome to say whatever he wants about me. The only people that are going to see that are the people that stalk his page or are following him. But I don't care about those people. So I talked about it on my show when it happened. And then I vowed I'm not going to talk about him on my show anymore. I got nothing to say about him. And we're giving him a little bit of oxygen right here, but but at the same time, he can respond to this, but there will be no response from me. And there should be no response from you.
Right. Well, I said earlier today, when I did a short live where I said, hey, come check us out. We're going to be live later or whatever, me and you or whatever. And I did bring up Benny and I said, this is today. I said he might come up tonight because me and the lab both had our channels struck the same day. So it might come up tonight, but after that, I'm not going to be talking about him unless something, major happen. I just don't have really, he doesn't.
I don't care if he splits the atom. I'm not talking about him. I mean, like I said, I have no problem talking about him indirectly of the experience that him and I had. But the fact is, I mean, we make him a little more well-known than probably, he's got a very small channel with the very small audience. And, look, there's a bit of drama and entertainment to it. And I don't mind that, but like, I also don't mind telling him, he's a cocksucking motherfucker either. So it doesn't really matter.
Boring though. You know what I mean? Like I got bored of him. Like really, there's nothing really to say besides he's just not a good person. Like I don't mind going back and forth with trolls a little bit. Just it's kind of fun. But Benny, you're boring, man. I don't know what he is.
Yeah, and
I don't even know how I really upset him that bad. To be honest, I think he's just making up some shit just to be mad about. But
well, you said he struck your channel.
Yeah, because I was.
Is that where it started with him?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's where it started with me too. Somebody said language. Let me see.
Yep, it started because I made a video. I don't even remember. He was talking to Dawn, and I did make fun of him a little bit, but.
Well, I did too. Oh, I made fun of him horrendously. It was ruthless, and it was funny, and it was clever, and it's all the things that he's not, and it bothered him. And I made fun of him and his butt buddy, Don, and he got mad about it. And it's like, well, you know what? You go around harassing people all the time. Why should I feel bad about it? And I kind of did. I even apologized. I apologized to the guy and I said, you know what? If I offended you, man, I'm sorry. And he says, yeah, cool. We're all good. Da, 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 da. And then he goes on the show the next day and calls me a bitch repeatedly. He says, you're still a bitch. You're still a bitch. You're still a bitch. So I said, okay, now I have no respect for you at all. I don't care about you pube face. I tried to apologize, but I'm not just going to let somebody also just, run over. Look, I have the time and energy and the wit to make him look foolish at any chance that I wanted to. If he wanted to debate me, which he would never actually come on my show and debate me about anything of any substance, I would destroy every thought process that he's ever had because it's drug induced. It's criminal thoughts. It is he's a survivalist. look where he's at. He's in a garage on somebody's Wi-Fi that's not his, and he's not on. He's not. I apologize to somebody who's lesser than I am, and then that's just how it is, and I feel bad for it.
It shows more about your character. You know what I mean? That's what decent people do. They apologize, and even if they don't feel like they're in the wrong, and you know, and he still was the shitty person he is. I'm sure he did. I'm guessing. I guess he didn't retract his strike on your channel, and he continued to talk shit. So whatever.
Yeah, I wanted to. I offered to pay him for his content just to take the strike down. I had no problem doing that, and he wanted to make it into a big theatrical scene, saying that I couldn't buy his pride and dignity. And I said, look, if that offended you, I was sorry. I made fun of you unprovoked. I'm sorry. And that's when he said, I'm only human. Da, da, da. I'm sorry too. And then he said, let this be a good lesson for you. He kind of rolled on about it, and then finally, I was like, okay, we're done. We're done for good. That's it. And I started thinking, well, you know what? He might do something like play the or read off the messages. I figured that was a possibility. I didn't care. And he did. And I didn't have a problem with that until I saw at the end when he still says, but you know what, bro, you're still a bitch. You're still a bitch. You're still a bitch. And then I said, yeah, I'm a bitch. I get it. But like, I'm not somebody who just like makes up or, says, hey man, I'm sorry. We're good. I shouldn't have said that. And then he's kind of saying the same thing. And then the very next day he forgets to take his medicine, and then he does that. So it's just not something that him and I, we're not the same kind of people. We don't think of the world the same. And I hope whatever he does in life, that he takes care of whatever he needs to take care of. But that's it. I got no problem. I got nothing else to say to the guy.
Thank you, Chantel. Sorry, I'm gonna put my email in the chat for a minute. Susie Sue. Yeah, please email me. So let's move on from that guy. I mean, he's he smokes meth. That's why he relates to Don so bad so much because Don smokes meth too.
I've heard that before.
So I mean, their thinking must align. It must be like something to do like with that. I don't know, but so you heard the video with at any time you need to leave, it's totally cool.
Oh yeah, go ahead. No, we're good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
With grandma, and you went over that last night on your live and stuff.
I did.
Do you believe that? I wish I could play it right now. I was going to, but I'm at my office and I set it up. I could play it actually on my phone, but
well, you can. I don't know if everybody has.
Did you hear? What I was going to ask you is, have you heard Sherry's mom? Do you think they sound like the same people?
Do you mean Allison's mom?
Or Allison's mom? Sorry, Allison's mom, Sherry.
Her. I've heard that that's who it was, and I can't confirm that, but probably. But from what I thought, maybe I'm misinformed here, but I thought the two grandmothers didn't like each other, or was that Candace? And I call her Bam Bam because of her hair.
I don't know. I was confused too because I thought that's who it was. The lady that had her hair on the top of her head on Chris McDonough's.
That's Allie's grandma, right?
Yeah, I thought that was her mom, but I guess not. I guess it's the other. So I've got her mom looks like exactly like her, kind of.
I've never heard Allie's mom talk before, unless that was her last night. And
okay. Here, listen to this. I'm just gonna play like 20 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead.
This person, True Crime Cindy, put this video up, and she puts them back to back, and so you can hear the two. You hear a little bit of a clip of from that call from that Critical K, and then you hear a little bit of her mom's, Sherry's mom. Sherry's voice, which is Allie's mom. Gosh, I can't keep these people straight.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a lot.
Let's see.
I know, but he makes her do this dumb shit. I think he's trying to get her in trouble with the law. My summer going missing.
Okay, here's the.
Hi, my name is Sherry, and I give you permission to talk to True about the Wells family. Hi, my name is Sherry, and I give you permission to talk to True about the Wells family. Summer was still in the truck. Summer did not get out of the truck at the house.
So you think those? Can you tell which one's from the what you played last night? And then
Yeah, they're both of their
one
voices
saying,
are.
"This is Sherry." I give. Yeah. Do you think those are the same people?
I mean, I'm assuming that they are. The voice sounds pretty deep and raspy.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was. I believe what that person was saying, that they believed it, but once again, it's coming from another source that's not that reliable, and that is grandma. Now, if she was in fact having a come to Jesus moment about this case, she sure left out a lot of details. So it seems like maybe that grandma was trying to ease her mind by telling somebody something. I don't know the status of grandmother's addiction or alcoholism.
Right.
But I'm going to assume that her brain kind of works the same way as Candace. And yeah, and not in an insulting way. I think that these people have been hindered by drugs and alcohol their entire life. Their brains don't work rather well. They get taken advantage of by people like Dawn. And I think that Dawn preys on people that Dawn's always in control of the situation. Dawn's the smartest one in the room, unfortunately. And I hate to say that, but Dawn's the ringleader. And where the story makes sense is the 3:30 on. Now, that's where even Dawn admits that the chunk of data was taken off their phones. From 3:30 on is erased. And so Dawn admits that. So at 3:30, grandma is claiming through a mouthpiece that she went to lay down and that Summer wasn't feeling well, and that she was going to go meet Dawn to see if she needed to go to the hospital. Now, why anybody wouldn't just go to the hospital because their kid's sick, that's the weird part. As for the methadone and the drink, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know where that methadone came from. I don't know. Hey, so somebody just sent me a video. It says, update, Summer Wells case, shocking new information regarding child services actions. Marlene, are you in chat? I wish I could play it. I could play it on my phone, but I'm wondering what this is about. Let's see.
I don't know.
Who is it? Above and okay. Never mind. I'll watch that later. It's
yeah. I wouldn't play anything unvetted.
Yeah, it looks like a psychic, I think.
Yeah.
I'll check it out though, but I promise somebody. I am going to have a show with Sweetie Pie Low like later on this week, I think, and she's the one that put out that Donna Serafina information. The medium who was correct on JJ or Tylee and JJ Daybell or the Daybell case, and also Suzanne Morphew. She's has assisted law enforcement and stuff. We will talk about that, but yeah, not today because I don't even know how Josh feels about that kind of stuff, and I know there's people in the chat that aren't really into psychics, but still.
No, I'm with the chat. I'm not into it, but you know what?
Yeah, I'm not usually, but wow, like that Donna Serafina, and if it comes out as true, that's gonna be crazy. But anyways,
I don't know how I don't know how old you are, and I might be dating myself here just a tad bit. But every
you're
time I
younger than
think,
me.
huh?
I bet you're younger than me. Go ahead.
Well, every time I hear of a medium or anything like that, I think of Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost. I have problems.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. The paranormal. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a huge industry behind it, but it doesn't really serve me much purpose. And I think that I could be wrong, but I think that the sheriff basically said we don't want any psychic help.
Yeah.
I don't know, but there are some law enforcement agencies that try it. I mean,
Yeah, true. And Sue, I think that's how you say your name in chat. I did get your email. I did watch part of this earlier. It had Doug from No Thanks on Crime Stories Obsessed. I think her name's Emma. I did watch part of that earlier. It was pretty good.
Nick wants to guess my age. Go for it. And there's going to be people in here that know
Okay.
me. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
It's not some
Let
like.
me guess. I know you're younger than me. I would say, but everybody else guessed too. But you have a young face. Hell, you might maybe you are older than me and just look young. I mean,
I am old. I'm sure I am older than you.
no, I don't think so. I think you're about. I was about to say 35 also.
What is?
I know you're not older than your 30s.
No. So somebody's got 37, 34, 33. I mean, these are all good guesses. I'm 35.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So me and who was it that was it? Whose comment was I
Somebody said 35, but I think I've said it on the show before too.
I'll just say that I'm older than that. Just because there's too many people like trying to figure out who I am, so I'm not gonna give my exact age.
Okay, but you are older than.
Yes, I am. By at least
Yeah.
a few years. At least
I run into that. I run into that a little bit here. But I think anything from it's weird age difference made a lot like made a huge difference when you're young. Like 5 years was a big deal, but then when you get in like your 30s and 40s, it really doesn't matter anymore.
Well, look, we could play matchmaker right now. Angela Gamble, I don't know if you're in a relationship with the lab, but she says you're 38 and cute.
In a relationship.
Oh, you guys we don't want to embarrass him.
Oh,
you are in a relationship? I thought I heard that you just got out of I know this is way off topic, but we were
oh, why not? I mean, it happens all the time.
For some reason, or maybe it was AB. I was thinking for some reason I was thinking that you had a young child, but yet were like right out of a relationship. I don't know.
No, that's not me.
Okay. He's taken, ladies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's blushing. There was a rumor that I was gay too.
No, I don't get that. I never.
No, I'm just saying that that's.
I know, but I just want to, help assure you that you don't give off that vibe at all.
Oh well, if I do, I do. I'll live with that. But, yeah,
Now Benny, he gives off that kind of. Sorry for bringing it back.
No,
he does kind of give off that vibe, and as we now know, he and that's totally fine. I mean,
look, it's very flattering. It is flattering, no doubt. How could you not appreciate when somebody says you're cute or whatever, and it's I don't know.
So he's flattered, and thank you guys.
I am absolutely. The other day when I was premiering a video, they were in the chat. There were multiple people talking about how they wanted the Lab is Hot T-shirts and stuff. So, which is to me is just asinine, and that's not going to happen. But
make of yourself, but
What's that?
That'd be kind of a weird T-shirt to make of yourself, even though
Yeah,
you're
it's just not
doing
going to
it.
happen. Yeah.
Unless somebody else made it for you, and then I don't know. And gave you profit.
Vukovic,
I
I'm
don't know.
dying
That's
for you.
weird, but
I'm dying for you. Thanks. Somebody offered me to marry their daughter the other day. They said, "Will you marry my daughter? She's never been married and no kids." And I said, "I'm not sure how I feel about arranged marriages."
I think it too. You know what is really this is so off topic. But it's whatever. You know what's really attractive about a guy is I think too, it's sense of humor. You have a good sense of humor. You can be
Yeah.
really funny, and women really love that. You know, that's very attractive to women.
Yeah, it's one of those things where where I my personality, I guess, has gotten me through a lot of life, and I was just kind of I was always able to talk to people on a human level,
Mm-hmm.
and I care about people individually. So when I talk to them, it doesn't matter, male, female, whatever, child. Um, I'm very non-judgmental, or I try to be as much as possible. But all those things were taught to me by somebody. So I think that yeah.
Yeah, I could tell that you've got that type of personality that just kind of is that people are just drawn to. And I have been in a relationship for a long time. So
You have or haven't?
have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is funny because everybody talks about Dawn and Candace. Like, I'll kind of relate this to Dawn and Candace just because we're supposed to be talking about summer, but yeah. So the guy my boyfriend is almost 18 years older than me. So yeah, and I will tell you that does cause a lot of issues. I would never date somebody that much older than me again, because as you get older, it's one thing when we first started dating and stuff, the age, but as you get older, older guys are set in their ways and stuff, and it does cause a lot of issues. I will say that.
Yeah, I mean, it can, I guess. I'm not as charming as people probably think. And neither is Don, because he thinks he's extremely charming. I don't think anybody's as charming as they actually believe that they are. But
once you get to know somebody and stuff, they're not nearly as cool as you thought they were.
Sometimes I don't put the lid back
or as
on
beautiful or as attractive.
Yeah, sometimes I don't put the cap back on the toothpaste. I've left the toilet seat up on occasion, and sometimes I can be dismissive of things I don't think that are important to other people. I've been told that too. So there you go. There are my major flaws.
I just tried to. Well, if that's all your flaws are, then you're doing pretty good.
No, I'm sure I have more. I just can't think of them right now.
Look at this comment. Don looks like he smells.
He looks like he smells like piss.
Well, I mean, if it's true that if it is true, the person, did you watch those? You probably did watch on Tiffany Marie where it was Tiffany Marie, right? Where she put out True's comments or messages back and forth between true crime commentary.
Yeah.
I think it's true crime commentary. And but she said that they have sewer water. What does that even mean? Sewer water.
Well, are you talking about where they were swimming?
Well, no, for their showers and stuff.
Oh, I haven't. There's nothing up to code.
do you think she misspoke and meant well water? Or I also heard somebody say it's recycled. They use recycled water there, whatever that means.
I don't know what kind of water they use. But it's disgusting.
Sherry. Let me find Sherry's comment. Somebody's telling me to look at Sherry's. Of course, I'm on a craft.
I'm sure. Well water. So yeah,
it was an established Facebook. Yes, that's one of the first things I look at when I see when it was made, especially when you're talking to somebody in this, you want to see if their Facebook was just made like was it made after the case or was it made before the case?
Oh, and I want to say GSD 101 and Jessam and Linda. I see you guys. How are you? It's good to see you guys.
Yeah.
I brought two or three people over with me.
I meant to make her mod for tonight, so sorry about that. And nobody seriously, don't take it too hard. I mean, seriously, if you didn't get picked for mod tonight, it's just don't. I just picked a few, and it's just for tonight. Too. So. I'm getting a million notifications that's covering up chat. So, anyways, I'm trying to think what else.
Jasmine, hello.
Let's see. So, in the CPS, okay, let me think. So,
well, let me finish what we were saying before everybody started talking about how hot they thought I was.
Yeah, how hot you were.
The timeline of this story makes a lot of sense to me, and I'm one of the things that I've always thought when dealing with these kind of things is I always say, what makes the most sense? What's the easiest to believe? Like what is the easiest situation to believe? And to me, it has always been the fact that either that she died at the hands of her parents. And I don't know if that would be on purpose or on accident, but I believe that she died at the hands of her parents. Whether it was a violent accident, her getting smacked and falling and hitting her head, or if she ingested something she wasn't supposed to, if she went from too cold to too hot, if she dry drowned, I don't know. But I've always believed that she was in the care of Dawn and Candace, and I believe that she's dead. I've always believed it. Unfortunately, I get people say, oh, I'm holding out hope. 90 days away from home. Nobody knows where she is. I mean, the likelihood is not at zero, but it's near there. And I don't trust Dawn and Candace. She didn't just wander off. And according to FBI statistics, there's a 1% chance that a stranger abducted her. Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely due to the proximity of that house? No, it's not. I'm not saying that she couldn't have been handed off. I do believe that there was an accident and a cover-up.
Right. So you said that the statistics are 1 in 100.
Yes.
Is that? I think I heard that somewhere or 1%.
So 400. I'll tell you this. So 460,000 children, if anywhere from 18 to newborns, go missing every year, and out of those 460,000, right around 4,600 of them are random abductions. That's 1%. Wow. Now, is that a lot? Is 4,600 kids being abducted a lot? Yeah, it is, but it's not a huge portion of kids that just go missing.
Right.
And so that's so if you're dealing with likelihoods, and like I said, I that's one of the things that I try to do is what makes the most sense. What makes the most sense? And what makes the most sense is that something happened while she was in the care of her parents, and whatever happened, they didn't want to get in trouble for it. That's
what I always thought for the longest time. But now I'm like, lately I've been really thinking that they sold her. Because I feel like I mean I just feel like they CPS has been on them for the past year. I mean
I
according
don't
to
look. I don't want to give Dawn and Candace any kind of credit for anything at all, ever. And what Don said last night about his daughter, his 18-year-old daughter, was one of the, well, he didn't say it last night. He said it a couple nights ago. It's one of the most disgusting things
about
I've
that
ever
she's a
heard.
woman. She's an actual woman because she didn't go complain about her sexual or her
Yeah.
rape or sexual abuse.
Yeah. And that's one of the
Yeah,
more,
I was
that's one of the
like,
more disgusting things I've ever heard.
yeah.
But I don't know if they're in the business of trafficking children or now, is it possible? Yeah. Look, it's a known thing that goes on up there. Don looks like he could be on one of those mug shots that, you know, where they round up those
Traffickers, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's not funny, but yeah.
But I don't think I don't think that's what happened. I think that whatever happened was out of their hands and they tried to cover it up. I don't.
That's very likely. I mean,
And I also think, you know, if you did that, why wouldn't you just keep as quiet about it as you can for as long as you can? You know, the problem is that people saw her that day. So if you're going to traffic a child, you're not going to call the cops the same day that she was seen by. You would let them get. You wouldn't give them just an hour or two head start, would you?
right. That's true.
I would think that
You
you
probably give them more
would,
time.
or
They
not
could've
say
got away
anything at
with
all.
it they could have got away without calling the cops for at least a few days, probably.
At least Casey Anthony got away 30 days.
Yeah.
30 days. And then but then what happens is shit hits the fan. They go,
Yeah.
well, why, you know, the CPS was on them about the drug use.
So you mentioned the 1%, and also you got to add in. I think I heard AB. It was either AB or some other channel that was like, you know, that's the statistics. Says 1% an abduction, but also you got to add in where they were in BFE and their location, all that. Like that lowers it down to even less than 1%.
I would, yeah, that was me. It would be lower than 1% chance that she was stolen randomly, like they say that
really
she was. So the whole abduction theory has never held weight. The trafficking theory, yeah, that is a complete possibility. But I find it unlikely. I just find it unlikely, and I don't have any scientific explanation for it except that it just doesn't make sense to me. The timeline doesn't make sense. Nothing about it makes sense. And
sorry, I was reading a comment. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're going back to this, but Nick's comment wanting to know if you have a single brother. I don't know, Nick. I guess it's a guy, so I mean.
I don't have a brother.
Oh my gosh.
But and assuming he would be gay,
yeah,
I would not mind passing his number on to your mate. However, he doesn't exist, so sorry.
So I finally pulled up the comments on my phone because I can't. My computer's going too slow. That's why I haven't been able to highlight anybody's comments that often because it's just I'll tap it to highlight it and then it will show up like 10 seconds later. So, but yeah. So let me think. Okay, so we went over. Well, okay. Do you think that did you already say that you did say that you believe that Candace was inappropriate with Hunter, right?
Yeah, I do believe that. Just based on those comments. I don't know if you've seen them or not, but
Oh yeah, the 5 hand or the
yeah,
rosy
that's
palm. That was
that's
weird. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Have you looked over at? Sorry to cut you off, but I meant to mention this. So on Instagram, on Candace Wells like old Instagram, she has like pictures of young underage boys. Not when I say young, older than her sons, but probably like high school age, like with alcohol in their hands and stuff. Have
yeah.
you seen those?
I haven't, but that
Doesn't surprise you, huh?
is pretty on par with their social media existence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I think somebody back Rosie Palm and her five fingers. That was the that's an inappropriate comment. Think about it this way. And if a man it was to say that to a 15-year-old girl, it would
Right.
be come off 10 times as disgusting. The
Right.
fact is it's equal. It's all disgusting. These are kids. I get he's a 15-year-old boy. I know how 15-year-old boys are, but 15-year-old boys should not be engaged at all with grown women.
Yeah.
It's just not proper. It's not right. Uh, I know that people make fun of it and they say, oh, well, you know how boys are. I do know how boys are. And that's why they need to be protected from themselves.
Right. Well, like
So,
I said, yeah, my boyfriend got some older lady that was my age at the time, and he was her paper boy. He was 14. Like she like seduced him, and she got her pregnant. So he has at 14 years old. So that's just I mean, think
did
about
you
it if
get
it
in
was the other
trouble?
way around. No, they didn't. That like I said, he's almost 20 years. He's 18 years older than me. So
I was going to say
no,
they wouldn't, now they
I
wouldn't
know
even give
the
you a choice.
daughter. I know the daughter. She's older than me.
Yeah. You wouldn't, you wouldn't have, nowadays they wouldn't give you a choice.
Right.
You would be in trouble and the child would probably be taken.
Yeah, the state always brings up charges. That's what I don't understand with the whole thing where Candace called the cops on Don, last year in October for those abuse, you know, the charges got dropped. I thought the state usually picks up charges and they don't let he also had a gun and all that. And he
Yeah,
also
but yes, they do, but I think that she would have had to really willing to be to testify against him.
Yeah, but what about the gun he must have been on parole because and what's he on parole for?
God,
He
I
hasn't been
mean
arrested.
everything.
Huh?
Everything.
But see, people are trying to say like that he hasn't been arrested for like 20 years or something.
I don't think that. I mean, I don't.
Except last year. And then how would he still have been on parole? Because I know he did violate and go get community service and stuff. So
Yeah, I know that his criminal history is long, but I don't exactly know what. I know it goes all the way back to the 80s, obviously, but maybe even earlier than that. And his last arrest was was it October 2020?
Mhm.
And now we're less than a year from that, and now he's got this will be another case. It's just another he's in trouble. They're all in trouble for something. I just don't know exactly what they're going to be in trouble for. If they didn't have anything to do with Summer's disappearance, which is highly unlikely, they're still in trouble for the behavior that was going on in that house. And Candace could if it is proven, and if Hunter has told TBI that they were having a inappropriate relationship, she could very well get in trouble for that. At minimum with Summer, they're negligent at minimum.
Right.
So they're going to be in trouble. I just don't know exactly for what? They're not good parents. They shouldn't have children around them. And if that chaps Dawn's ass, me saying that, I really don't care, because those children aren't just, they're just not like, I wouldn't treat my dog like that. I wouldn't,
Well, they said, Dawn said, oh, we got married and we didn't want any children, but we ended up with 4. It's always those type of people like that have, and that's what I told that lady too. I said, it's always people like them that have like 10 kids, the ones that shouldn't be having them, you know what
breeders,
I mean?
right?
And the responsible ones who should are great parents never have that many usually. I mean, that's not always the case. Obviously, that's just
Right.
if somebody was asking me Candace Wells Instagram, the one I was talking about, it's Wells Candace, and then she also has one that's Candace Wells. All one, that's her Instagram handle. The one that's Wells Candace is the one that has the teenage boys on it that have alcohol in their hands. On the second, yeah, you'll see it, and it's obvious those kids are not 21. But anyways,
yeah, once, Dawn was apparently getting catfished by a 17-year-old. That wasn't a 17-year-old, but
yep, yeah.
And then I said that I tried to hook him up with my 17-year-old potbelly pig.
Oh my god, I loved that.
I bring her everywhere I go.
Oh
Hambone's always with me. And
I loved when you brought out it. That was hilarious.
I just think like I always thought like a pig would love to live in that house. Like an actual real pig would love it. So yeah. I tried to hook Hambone up with a nice spot to live because I'm tired of her dirty ass. And she rejected Dawn in the worst way, and I don't blame her.
Well, maybe she's afraid to fall down into that dungeon down there.
Yeah, look, she's her own entity. She's a big girl, and and
well, hey, they have the acreage for her. I mean, she would love it out there.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I've been trying to marry her off for a while. She carries her weight really well, but I think that when I said to Hambone, hey, I might have a mate for you that you can live with, she said, where are your morals, Josh? And she goes, I would never get with somebody who's filthier than a pig. Okay, I'm sorry. And she hasn't shut up about it since.
Oh, you offended her.
I know. I don't know what I'm gonna go buy her a tiara tomorrow to make her feel pretty. You
even said yourself it sounded like you weren't okay with an arranged marriage, and there you go. Doing an
well, I wasn't arranged. I all I did was ask her, and I set her up a Tinder account, and she yeah. and put the age of 17, and it just happened to come up that Dawn was into that. And I said, yeah, consider it. You should see this person's house. You'd love it. It's like a resort for you. And then she said, well, I need a little more backstory, Josh. And then I said, I'm talking about like she's an actual thing. And she said, I said, yeah, that's Dawn. And then she said, how never again will you ever try and set me up with someone like me. So I apologize. I maybe there's no room at Benny's house. They're full up there. So I'm stuck with her for a while still, but yeah. I'll auction her off eventually. it's just taking it. It's just taking.
I died when you brought out Hambone. That was good. That was pretty clever. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else. Like, okay, so obviously, yeah, everything in that report you see is totally possible. I didn't even know what scabies was when she told me. She said,
Yeah, that's a nasty thing to get.
Yeah, she didn't mention if you saw the messages. She didn't mention it. So all I said is like at least one of the boys because I didn't know. But let's see. I'm reading comments here to see if there's any. Yeah, Summer's teeth were obviously, and that's the thing. They would have been able. These people saying, "Oh, well, they couldn't afford insurance. They could get free insurance so easy. Maybe not for themselves, maybe not for Donna and Candace, but for the kids,
They're not
so
going to turn it.
easily."
They're just not. They're not going to turn a kid down,
Yeah.
especially if they're in imminent danger of anything. The fact is that anybody anywhere can go break their leg in half without insurance, walk into a doctor's or walk into an emergency room, and they'll treat you, but you'll get stuck with a bill. Eventually, one you may never be able to pay off, but they're not going to just like if you get hit by a car and you don't have insurance, they're going to still try and fix you. You'll have medical bills if your insurance doesn't cover it, which I find ridiculous, but there are programs that absolve people of those debts. There are many clinics everywhere that accept children under the age of.
They'll sign you up for. They'll sign you up for Medicaid if you take. I mean,
Yeah, and
I
like I said, the boys that went into CPS, I guarantee you they ran full tests on them. They went to the doctors. They got whatever shots they were supposed to have. They're eating fruit and vegetables, drinking water, watching appropriate age things, I'm hoping. And they're being children. That wasn't happening at home. We all know that. It's not a secret what was going on in that house. So the leaked report, it could very well be true, and it probably is. I didn't think that anything in there was a bombshell.
Yeah. So, yeah, and we'll just have to see. What shocked me was the Hunter thing. So yeah. Have you seen Don's legs? How he had what is
No.
that? What is up with his? Have you seen the? You haven't seen how his legs have? I thought those were like varicose veins, but
Well, I think what you're talking about is that they're yeah, it's from alcoholism.
they're like his veins stick out like really bad, or he has like I don't know.
They're called shallow veins.
Somebody was saying it had something to do with like shooting up in his legs, but I don't know if that's
it's a combination of everything. Who knows? I mean, honestly, he's a lifelong drug user, an admitted one: cocaine, meth, alcohol.
Yeah.
He could have diabetes. I mean, there's a lot of
Mary last night on it was last night. Like he was into heroin. I guess it's just whatever he can get.
Yeah, he's just a junkie through and through. Yeah, but people shoot up in their legs. People shoot up in between their toes if they can find a vein. It's nasty business. It's really
still into that. I wonder if he's still anyways.
Well, at first he was on his best behavior. He's starting to kind of come off the tracks though. No pun intended, not the meth tracks, but the railroad of life. He was, for a while, he was very prim and proper and put on his best Jesus voice. I haven't seen a lot of that recently. I've seen a lot more, Oh yeah. Jessam says it could be from working. And then that's 100% true. I've known that to be true too. People
skating all the time
on concrete. Yep.
Yeah.
It'll mess your legs up for sure. There's a lot of them.
What do you think about the pics of the well? Have you seen those? I haven't seen those.
I've looked into look, I mean, there's a million places she could be. And I believe that she was discarded out in the wilderness somewhere. So a well would be a great place to hide a body. When I say great, I mean it's an awful place to put anybody, especially a child. But there, yeah, I think that who knows? You could there's
I don't
sinkholes.
know what they
There's
mean by pics of the well, but
well, that that's what that I think that's where they were focusing on with EquiSearch. They go to these
okay.
caves and wells, and there's tons of caves in East Tennessee. The terrain is horrid. That's what they said on the first search, that their communications were really bad because of the canopy of the forest, that they couldn't communicate, and it was kind of unorganized. Not unorganized. The communication made it harder to stay as organized as they were trying to do, by no fault of their own. So, I'm not criticizing law enforcement in any way, because I still personally believe that there's a case being built right now. And that's why we haven't heard anything other than, speculation, rumors, unconfirmed reports. I think they're operating under the suspicion that that they're not looking for a live person anymore.
Oh wow!
And
Peppermint Patty says new pics of supposed to be Dawn and Candace putting Summer in a well. It's from a trail cam.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, who knows?
That after.
Well, that would have to be breaking.
Yeah, and so Tennessee Shine says that was one thing that made me think red flags on so-called CPS person, saying all Summer's enamel was gone from their teeth and their teeth was rotten out. Well, how can CPS take a missing kid to the dentist? Okay, that's not what I would. That lady did not tell me that, so that's from something else. Tennessee Shine.
Oh, you can definitely see bottle rot in her teeth.
Oh yeah, but that wasn't, the lady didn't tell me that she had all her enamel was gone and stuff. So
oh yeah, they don't have her in custody, but that
wasn't
apparently that CPS had been in touch with them. So
Skeezy posted pictures of that are supposed to be Dawn and Candace holding Summer over a well. Okay.
I'm gonna look right
Why
now.
would he ever post anything that goes against his butt buddy? That's
well, he's not in it for Dawn either. I mean, they're all disgusting.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
This is so. Oh, he's talking shit about it basically. So he's saying this is Dawn and Candace holding Summer over a well, huh? I refuse to even mention the other. I can't get anything from that picture. I wish I could show you guys, but just it doesn't even look like anything to me. I see.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know what that is. Are you looking at it?
Yeah, I'm looking. This is.
Are you able to share screens, or are you on your phone? I don't know how to do all that.
I
mean, I know how to do it, but not like.
I don't know. Let me see if I can.
Guys, but like, I'll try. I can on my desktop, but computer's like slower than it's not. So the picture doesn't look like much to me.
Oh, of course, it looks like Bigfoot.
I guess it came out from True Crime Commentary.
Right. I don't know where it came from. Yeah, those pics are nothing of substance unless law enforcement thinks that they are. Who is that? True Crime Commentary? And they're claiming that that's what those are?
I don't see what that is. It doesn't look like anything.
Did you go look on their page?
No, let's see. I'm on their page. I don't see anything on their page.
Most Crime Stories Obsessed.
He must have got that picture. He must have got that over here. I'll show you guys, but if I can, but it's not really. It's not any
That would be
like thing that
that would be
great.
unbelievable if that was true. But
Allegedly, it came from law enforcement.
I don't know. I can't confirm any of
That's what
that.
they said in the comments. Like, supposedly it came from law enforcement. Let's see here.
Well, that would be easy to verify. You would think.
Let's see. How can we share this? Okay. Give me a second for my computer to get caught up, and I will show you guys. But I don't believe it came from LEA. Says I plead the fifth. Yes, Ziggy. It's supposedly. Oh crap! See, this is why I don't want to
saw
share
somebody
anything.
in
Now I
the.
can't hear them.
What's that?
Okay.
What really
Oh,
fast?
I lost you for a second. It's because I went.
Oh, okay. But really fast, there's somebody in the comments that said boys are probably talking now. And that's another thing that I've always thought. Once you got them away from the parents, you're able to have them tell what they know uninterrupted and uninfluenced. And that takes a while. And I think that's, once again, I think that there is a case being built right now against all of them.
Huh.
I don't even know what that is.
So I just didn't want to talk about and not show it but it's not anything. I don't understand what that even is, but I'll have to look into it because I mean, I might see a man there, but
you couldn't
I would
even
think if they
confirm
had that, I mean, they would be definitely in jail right away if they knew that. I mean, that's just like, I guess that's just like everybody says if, the information I said were true, they'd be in jail right away. But this is different. That's putting a body in a freaking well. Wouldn't they
I don't
also
even see. I don't see. Do you see a well? I don't see anything.
No, I don't.
I'm zooming in. I don't see. I see a bunch of blurriness.
Somebody said they emailed me the pictures, but
Like I zoomed in here. It looks like a moose head. I'm not even kidding.
So,
Oh boy.
okay. Okay, I see. Somebody sent me these pictures, and it does look like Summer in the picture, but she looks like alive. Is she supposed to be dead in these pictures?
Hold on one sec.
I'll have to. Can I forward this to you? I'll forward it to you so you can look at what I'm looking at. So over, like past to the right of the circle, supposedly that's supposed to be Summer, kind of standing slanted there. But I thought Summer was being put into a well in the pictures. Yeah, Jen G, I'm not saying I don't think, I mean, I can see why it looks like a groundhog in a top hat. Oh, did we lose him? Or did he have to leave for a second? Let me see. Let me find the lab's email and all.
All right. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm getting stuff. I'm getting stuff sent to me at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Trying to.
So you got the picture sent to you too, then basically.
Yes.
Okay.
So what we're supposed to be looking at is it's unverified stuff, but it's supposed to be a trail cam. And it's supposedly the day that she went missing. Other than that,
so it's not anything about her going into a well then. It's just supposedly a trail cam that has Dawn and it has Summer in it, right?
If they can make that out from that picture, I wouldn't use that in a court of law.
No. I can't
Unless
even
I
read
can,
what it says on these pictures. Like I was sent these pictures, but I can't. Well, whack hole. What's a whack hole? A whack
I don't
hole
know.
or a well something hole? A well something hole. A car pump.
Yeah, it's
And it
not.
just
I
looks
mean,
like
it's just nothing. It's nothing of substance. There's nothing.
yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Who Candace is supposed to be in the picture looks like a puppy dog or something.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like, honestly, I'm not kidding. It looks like an enormous moose head that the eye is circled. If you look close.
Yes, that does. That looks like a dog or something or an
Uh,
animal.
Oh, well, that'd be the biggest dog I ever seen compared to the outline of what's supposed to be the truck. But
Oh, really?
what? Yeah,
Now, hey, I do see the tail lights in the picture. On the
I
far
think that
left.
we're looking at the back of a truck, but I also see an enormous moose's head. I can't get past it. I mean, look at the thing. The thing, it looks like a horse's head. And then whatever's up in that truck, it looks. You ever seen the movie Casper? Looks like
Yeah,
a
it looks like
ghost.
something's like, yeah.
And whoever owns this trail footage camera needs to upgrade big time because that thing's a piece of shit.
So does True Crime Commentary have a video out on this, guys? Do you guys know? I'll watch it later. And maybe like I don't know. My internet's not good enough to play anything. It almost like kicked me out just bringing up that picture. It's ridiculous, but
Seriously, the thing looks like a moose head. It's enormous.
yeah, why is it blue? I guess if it was at night.
Oh no, it looks like somebody drew on it.
Why is there? But there's like a blue cast to the pictures.
Well, yeah,
I
but
do see where they say, huh?
Do you see the arrow and the circle?
Yeah.
Yeah. What exactly are they pointing? What are they pointing at on that?
Hey, oh, did you see? Look at the email that I just sent you with the pictures that I was sent.
See.
You can see someone in a hoodie. This is funny. I can see something that looks like Summer. I definitely can see what they're talking about, but I don't see her going into a well. And I don't see like on these pictures. It's like that I received. It says, well, oh, okay. It says well water hole, and then it says car pump.
Yeah, and so are you saying the thing that like there's pink or something?
Somebody sent me pictures that are written on just like this one that is up right now on StreamYard here.
Yeah,
They sent me more pictures that also has.
It looks like a Picasso painting to me.
Yeah, but I can see like what could be a back of a truck, but I'm confused.
Yeah, but
Are you checking your email?
Yeah, I just looked at them.
Okay.
It's just there's just nothing to, you can't prove anything from that.
Yeah.
Not to me. I mean, maybe these images would mean something more to law enforcement. I don't know. I don't
know. Maybe law enforcement has better. I don't know where these came from. I have no idea what they.
They're terrible photos because, like I said, they look like pastel paintings. Yeah, Picasso sucked, Mrs. Doodle Detective. He just drew a bunch of weird shapes on sold them for millions. It's just, yeah. I would imagine that this is more of the same. I certainly wouldn't run with it. I see a moose head. Yeah, Amber Marie's got it right there. Phoenix. Let's see. What happened? Am I the only one here? All right, everybody. Welcome to the lab. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz. It's good to have you here. Today we're going to talk about the Summer Wells case. Hey there.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I was taking over the show.
Hello.
Hi.
Dang it.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Got you. Sorry. I had to switch over to my phone. My computer just froze. Stupid thing. Were you playing pig noises?
Yeah. Well, Hambone was talking a little bit.
Oh my god. I had to switch over. I had to sign into StreamYard on my phone real quick and my computer froze, so I don't know
Yeah, I personally wouldn't run with whoever would put that up and say that
yeah.
those photos are.
I'm definitely I
It's
saw
clearly
somebody
not
say
what we
I
think.
saw somebody say, "Oh, you're too gullible putting out stuff that." I'm like, I don't say I
No,
don't believe
we're just
anything.
looking. It's a conversation.
Oh,
We
they're
can't.
talking. I'm sure they were talking about me, not you.
I'm talking about both of us. I wanted to see them. It doesn't mean we're saying that they're true or not.
I guess the trail cam photos. I don't know. Benny tagged True Crime Commentary is who he had tagged, so I guess they came from them somehow. So I
They
was
might have
looking-
played it on their show.
yeah, or
And-
I don't know, but
I mean, let the record state that personally, I don't know what I was looking at there.
me either.
And you need a
Especially-
hell of a lot more than that to get anybody arrested, I would assume.
Yeah. Did you hear that supposedly, okay, Don teaching to be cruel to dogs? I heard that, but I'm not sure if
I've
that's
heard
true.
people say that he shot him with BB
He
guns.
made him shoot
I don't know
the
if he
dogs or
was
something.
teaching his dogs that. No, or if he was teaching his kids that.
I don't know. I don't know what info you guys think I should be sending to TBI. That doesn't even make. I know you mean it nicely and stuff, but I don't know what you think I should be sending it into TBI. Are you meaning the grandma call? Like, Critical K already turned that
Anything
stuff
that
in.
we have, TBI has. I can guarantee you that. And
Yeah, I don't
nothing
know what
has.
she means. I'm
Maybe
not
she's
sure.
talking about the report.
No,
but-
I'm not doing that.
Well, that doesn't matter. They're working together. They have
Yeah.
they have everything.
Yeah.
Anything that comes out, TBI is monitoring everything. It's the FBI. Don't let the TBI name fool you. They have all the power of the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Okay, they're a highly sophisticated crime-solving organization. So anything that we have, they're going to be aware of fast.
Yeah, okay, so basically, if that person was legit that I was talking to, which I believe she was, law enforcement knows because, they're working together.
Yeah, they're
Just like you
it's
said.
an interagency situation.
So, I mean, and really, I don't know. I can't go and tell them hearsay, like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to call them, no.
But that conversation that was had last night,
Yeah.
that has been sent to TBI.
Yeah, if that's what
And
you
it
meant.
should.
Because I did have comments on that video that I did of Critical K's video asking if I sent it to TBI. So that could be what she's talking about.
Well, it had already been
Yeah,
sent.
it's already been, according to the person that was talking to Critical K, and according to Critical K, they both said that they sent it into TBI.
Yeah. So like I said, anything that we have, they'll have. But anyway, I do have to get going.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off here too. So I have to pee so bad, and it's like upstairs, and I'll lose reception. But
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
thank you so much for coming
Thank you
on.
for having me. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. It was a good time, and I appreciate you opening yourself up to criticism. That's respectable, and
Yeah,
um,
of course.
we all do things that we later on regret in this kind of
Yeah,
atmosphere.
I don't know if I'm not saying I regret it though, but well, I mean, even if it comes out wrong, like I won't, I don't know. I still think those boys have been abused. I don't think
No
that's gonna
doubt.
come out wrong. So we'll
No
see
doubt.
though. Only
Like I
time
said,
will tell.
whatever was in that report that you talked about,
Mm-hmm.
that could, without knowing the specifics, you could assume that bad things were happening. And
Yeah.
Tennessee Shine, thank you very much. And like I said, I truly enjoyed it. I had a great time.
Yeah.
And
There's just not much more to talk about now. So
no,
I have to pee, too.
but thank you for having me, and I'll back out now and let you close it down.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I was about to ask. I mean, it kind of slowed down there anyways. I don't know what else to ask him, I don't want to hold him up we can just all bullshit together, just us. He's awesome. I love talking to him. He's funny, but I do have to pee, so. Oh my gosh, Nick said, since no brother, I'll settle for your illiterate cousin's phone number. Yeah, he's cute. He's a cute guy. He's funny. That's what what I think's, find attractive about a guy is but like I said, he's in a relationship, guys, so calm down. But you're asking for his illiterate cousin, so hey, that's fine. Yeah, I did. I did watch them, as much as I could before this happened. Yeah, did you see him on duty, Ron, Amber Marie? And thank you for the ones that I saw a couple super chats, and that was really nice today. I was first time being monetized, and I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Dave and Twilla looked wrecked. My heart goes out to them. I guess it was a really tough time. Yeah, and he didn't agree with me completely, you know what I mean? I think mostly any pretty decent person would probably not really agree with someone that's not supposed to release releasing information. I understand, but I have a hard time, like, I mean, I'm the one to put it out there, so I can't talk crap about the person, you know what I mean? But yeah, good night, everybody. Wonder he's a YouTube from Canada. Right? Glitter Queen. But anyways, good night. I have to pee. I will see you guys probably tomorrow.